filming myself more and filming intros and not taking a long time, because I usually just sit there feeling awkward and don't film anything. And right now it's about 5 p.m. and I haven't been outside at all for any of Plein April, so I'm not going to be outside either today, but it's rainy and I want to sit in my car and draw some ducks. There's usually some ducks by the gas station, so that's where I'm going, hoping to see some ducks. And I just realized I should have turned back there, but that's okay, we can still get there from here. I didn't have a structured plan to do Plein April this year, but I am doing my 100-day project to get comfortable, to find a comfortable, what do people say, practice? A comfortable practice for my materials and how I'm working when I'm drawing outside, because as I mentioned in another video, I don't have the energy anymore to do it like I used to. So yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just driving and blabbering. But welcome to the channel and to this video. This video is going to be more 100-day project with my Inktense pencils. Yeah. See you when I get to the ducks. Oh yeah, did I mention, I think I was saying something about time, like trying to go faster with when I'm recording myself and when I'm drawing. So this gas station's by my house. I just set the rice cooker before I left, so I have, however long a rice cooker takes to cook, and I want to be back home. It'll just go on a warm feature, and my family's at home, so we're not in any danger or anything. But my plan is to get back to the house when the rice cooker is finished. So I would guess I have 15-20 minutes to film this and to draw some hopefully ducks and get back home. Alright, yeah, there's certainly lots of birds to draw back here. I just need to find where I can park to draw them. I was about to loop around, but there was one crouching under the bush. And I can see these guys if they don't walk away. I may try to find another spot. Oh my god, look, there's ducklings over there. Okay, it doesn't want to focus. Focus. Okay, this is what I got. Wow, masterpiece. This is way harder than I always think it's gonna be. But I'm gonna go home now and I will color this later. As of right now, it feels like I drew nothing. I couldn't really see, if I could park right here in front of this dumpster, I could see the birds way better. But where I was, I couldn't see well enough to actually get their figures. And I actually was planning on just drawing the birds and not a landscape, but because of where I parked, I ended up drawing more of just the entire landscape. But I might come back tomorrow morning again and work on it a little more. Obviously everyone won't be in the same position, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll bring a chair. I would feel crazy though, sitting in the grass by a retention pond at a gas station where everybody's coming and going. I don't know if I'm ready for that. But this is the closest place that I can go to birds. Interesting birds. So, I don't know. TBD if I do that or not. I might sit in my car again tomorrow morning just to fill in more color. Or I might completely start over. We'll see. Excuse me. Are you gonna let me work? Can I show the other days of the project? I think this was where I left off in the last video. I took a video doing this day, but I thought it was pretty boring, so I didn't post it. But this is a planter that I can see out this window, and I just used some of the shavings from the pencil, like on the wet, and rubbed it around. And then kind of went in after to define it. I don't know. I don't think it really gets the point across, but it was fun. I bet if I used Neo colors or something, I could have made the plants stand out more. I started working in just the primary colors. This is as far as I got coloring in the drawing. There was a guy on a scooter and a kid with a backpack walking by that I was going to include. And then the landscaping of the apartment complex behind. It was definitely more than I wanted to do that day, and also I realized my purpose for this is to be able to have a light kit to take out with me and also to be able to work quickly. And I guess I haven't talked about it in this video, well, maybe a little bit. I'm working just in primary colors right now, and that takes longer because then you have to mix all the colors on here. So I don't think that's what I'll be doing outside moving forward unless it's just a small drawing. I do like some of the elements in here, but I don't know if I'll finish it. Like, I really like this wood stork. Then there was a little mama duck with some ducklings. There was an ibis walking by that was closer to me. I think this looks like a dolphin head on a bird body with bug legs. I like the little booty. But it was just taking entirely too long. And I realized another thing I could do instead would have been to do just some little panels. Either just little panels with birds and a little bit of background, or a smaller landscape so that it would have been quicker to color in. I decided the next day I wasn't going to go back to the gas station with a chair or binoculars. But then when I went outside to pick some mulberries, the birds had come to me. There were all these ibises in my yard. I suspect because we've been getting some rains. I've seen a lot of snails, and I'm sure there's other grubs and stuff coming up to the surface for oxygen. I don't know. So I ran back inside and grabbed my sketchbook, hoping that they would still be out there when I returned. And I had more of the experience of drawing birds that I had hoped to have the day before. This here is an example from a few days earlier that shows what I mean when I keep saying I'm working in only primaries. I'm sorry, I feel like I've been talking to you like you know what's going on, and maybe you don't know what's going on with me. So I'm doing the 100-day project. I'm on day 43. I've kept it relatively loose and simple for myself. That way I accomplish it and make it through. But my real goal is to find the supplies that I want to use when I go sketching outside that will be light and also something quick to work with, because I don't plan on staying outside very long. I live in Florida, it's very hot, and I have chronic illnesses. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going to work for me, because all I know is what hasn't worked in the past, basically. So I'm working with these Derwent Inktense pencils, and I have 8 of them. This year in general, I'm trying to just kind of make do with what I have and not buy anything unless I really need it. So I'm not adding any colors to this. I'm just using what I have. But in one of my last videos when I was drawing the pumpkin, I felt like it was just so much green and so much brown. I was like sick of it. And then I did this. I will put up a picture here of a little wheelbarrow, just one of the days when I didn't know what to draw. I could see this out my window, and it's kind of like rusty and orange, so I don't have that color in Inktense. So I was trying to see what I could use to mix it, and then I decided just to use the primary colors for it. Then I did go in with bark after for the branches. But the day that I did that, I really did not like it at all. But looking back on it a couple days later, it felt kind of like more illustrative and sketchy than what I was used to, but I thought it looked nice. I kind of thought it looked like it would fit in a children's picture book or something like that, and I kind of liked it. So that was the inspiration to see what it would be like to work with just the primaries, if maybe it would make the colors a little more interesting than just using the bark for brown and just using the 2 similar greens that I have. So this is an onion. It's my first year growing onions. You can kind of sense a theme that I have been drawing a lot of what I'm growing because I have not gone anywhere really. So far it's been like, we have plein air at home. Especially now that those birds came to my house, we have plein air at home. We don't need to go out far and overexert ourselves to do plein air if we're not able to. So, yeah, been drawing stuff in the garden because it's gardening season. So this is an onion that I have growing, and I thought that where the greens are coming out of the top, how it's alternating every other one looked really interesting. That's what drew me to it. And then I decided to work on it in the primary colors. I really liked the way this turned out. I think it does make it more vibrant and lively and more interesting to have all these little variations of the colors. But then, as you saw, I guess because I liked this, I thought, yeah, let's keep going with just the primary colors, but then that's all I brought out to do that landscape, and that didn't work out as well because it does take 3 times as much if you have to layer down all 3 of the colors for the effect you're going for. There were also, as you saw, so many birds there and so much going on, and I was in my head a little bit that day because I had just seen that I was approved for the urban sketching group near me's Facebook page. So I was looking at their page, and they have guidelines of what to post in the group, and they're very clear, like big X's over no objects or animals by themselves, nothing from photographs. It's it's urban sketching, so they want the full picture, I'm guessing. But I think that's why that day I tried to fit so much into the bird landscape. But I'm realizing for me and what's going to work for me, because like I said in the other video, this is more self-care. It's not so much about being a better artist or improving. It's just about observing and enjoying the moment. So for me, it's gonna be okay if I just draw the birds as long as I can see them. That was the other issue that day. But yeah, just remember to do what works for you. Talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. Thank you for being here while I'm learning, and I hope you have a good day.